everybody, we are playing Distant Guns Jutland, and this is part of the German campaign. This is one of those operations where I take my fleet, in this case it's Hitler's battlecruiser force, and we're heading towards the Humber River. Now what we're trying to do is bombard Hull, which is pretty difficult. We've got to get past all the sundry craft that are in our way, which isn't really much. We'll just brush them out of the way, and then we've got to take out the gun emplacements that guard the mouth of the Humber River, the estuary, before we can actually bombard Hull itself. And this is one of those encounters, like I said, and there's quite a few of them. As we head towards the English coast, we will encounter a lot of small ships that are actually guarding the English coast. There are only, I think there's 2 destroyers, which is a bit unfair, 1 miles over the top. But the main reason I do all this is because if the ships sit in harbour, our own harbour, all the time, what happens is your crews become lazy, undisciplined, and their efficiency goes down a lot, and that affects how they handle themselves in the campaign. When you're on the campaign map, their cruising speed is well below their normal average speed, and if you have an encounter, their gunnery efficiency is well below what they would normally do, or achieve, should I say. So what we're doing is, yeah, we are bombarding Hull, but that's not the reason we've come out. That's not the reason why the battle cruisers are here with all their protection and everything else. And notice one of our ships is damaged. It's 60, it's got light damage. Means we'll be sitting in harbour for a bit longer. I'm hoping to try and clear all the damage away, because I'm hoping that I keep saying hoping, hope no counts, that we'll have to brush this little thing away, which is, well, she's sinking now anyway. Look, you notice the blue icon above her has turned black, so yeah, she's sinking. Just a matter of time. There's our battlecruiser force in front of us. Sidelets is leading the line. Looks like Lutzer, De Flinger, probably Marke, or Monco, Vandental. No, Vandental's at the back, so one of my ships is there. I've forgotten which one it is. We'll see in a minute. They're doing 22 knots, which is normal for them, so their efficiency level is already come up quite a bit, but I have been sending them out quite a lot, so I like I said, I tend to send them out periodically to keep their efficiency level high. But a lot of times we don't encounter anything. On this occasion, encountering these 2 tiny destroyers. Well, it's just this one. It could be just this one, actually. Yeah. You won't see them in the map. I've edited all that out, by the way, so I didn't think it was necessary to show that, as we're going to definitely overwhelm these small little forces as we head towards the English coast. We haven't hit this ship very much. It looks like it's just our secondary armament, is it? Maybe she received 1 big shell. You saw her leading the Charm's life. Oh, she's got a big hit then. But there are a few, shell splashes all the way around us. You might be wondering why the water is a funny colour. That's because it's very early in the morning. It's 18 minutes past 7, and it is late in the year. Well, that's big. It's late in the year, it's 27th of October, so the nights are drawing in and the lengthening out, which is what I want, because well, Yeah, we're definitely here now. We are definitely... Still can't see what that other ship is behind the flinger. Sure it's Moncur. Yeah. Well, she's got a while before she sinks, but she'll sink for it. Yeah. Oh, it's Moncur. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah. Maybe it's the flinger I left out. Jesus. I don't rate anybody living out amongst that on board. And you might get something. She could blow up out or something like that. Well, I'm surprised she hasn't blown apart actually. Well, there you go. She's got a crit. She's a goner. Definitely. A few more shards coming our way. What happened is it? Oh yeah, she's going. Wow, look at that all the way around her. Well, all the way starboard side anyway. Yeah, she's gone. That's why it's gone all quiet, because she's sinking. There she goes. Slipping beneath the waves. Hopefully everybody manages to get to the life rafts. If there's any left, there's plenty of rubbish in there floating around in the sea. Oh yeah, and then this is another encounter. Here the secondary armament firing at the moment. And what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. The efficiency level, wasn't I? Yeah. So I'm waiting because Byron is just battleship 15-inch gun battleship has just joined us. That Barden has not joined us. Now whether we see Barden in the campaign or not, I don't know. But she is in the I forgot the name of it. In the editor, you can get her in the editor. So I'm assuming he joins us at some stage, and I'm thinking it may be in December. I've got a way to go because she hasn't finished building at the moment. I think she finished building in November, early November 1916. So I'm hoping she joins us straight away, or she may have a week or two of working up. So we need to get her into the fleet. And then I should probably go and have a look, see what I can do against the ground fleet, because we're only marginally winning this. And what happens during the campaign is the British forces catch our merchant ships as they head towards Germany, and they either sink them or intern them, and they get points for that. So gradually over time those points all add up, and they start winning the game because they'll have more victory points than us. We did score a lot of victory points when we destroyed the Harwich force and Channel fleet and the British battlecruiser fleet. Now they haven't got... Well, I don't know, because I haven't encountered any of them. The only two forces that come out are the Grand Fleet, their main force, and this, I think it's the 5th Battle Squadron. Now, I thought the 5th Battle Squadron was Warspite and the rest of them. But whether they survived that encounter, night encounter with us, I don't know, because I don't know what ships the British lose in any battle. So I'm hoping those 5 ships were actually sunk. I feel they haven't. Their cruising speed is the same as the Grand Fleet, because you can see that on the campaign map itself. Yeah, I'm just altering things. You can change course on them on the battle fleet, on the battleground itself, which is what I'm doing here. I should just tell these to steer on to Van den Tan or Von den Tan. that option. I don't think that actually took, but it may have done. Yeah, so we're heading in this direction. I think, I'm not sure which is north east. Yeah, one of our light cruisers has been damaged as well, Königsberg. That must have been during the last encounter. They patch up pretty quick though. It's the battleships that seem to take forever. Yeah, they seem to take forever to patch up. And we have had in a few encounters with the British, well, the IC fleet have anyway. The British, we took some damage. This was only a small encounter. It wasn't worth putting up. Mind you, saying that, that's what all these are. So, he's trying to outrun us. Königsberg's only doing 2 knots faster now. Might even get away. Yeah, she might even get away. Not heading in the same direction we are. I set the Königsberg to chase her, just to shoo her off, and then we can get on to the next encounter. But another thing that I haven't actually spoke about in the game is the submarines. You know, the submarines do affect... Oh, we must have caught her up and... Yeah, we caught her up. Königsberg is zooming past her. Probably took an hour on odd. Yeah, because the game is... You can't... You can speed it up, but it does weird things to the game. It's not completely compatible with Windows 10. There are a few things you have to be wary of, and speeding it up is one of them. Like the on the campaign itself, you can change the campaign so it's running at 100 times faster than normal, which sounds a lot, but it's not. It's actually quite slow. You can actually go, I think, 500 times faster. If you go over the 100 times faster and you get an encounter, all that happens is when you get into the encounter itself, the world just spins around and around and around, and it's no good saving it and then loading it back in and thinking it clear itself, because it doesn't. I tried that little trick and that doesn't work. So campaign takes literally ages to get through, because you've got 1 year, and that's quite a long time, unless you're really stupid and you just run out in the middle of the North Sea and try to face off against the British, which we can't do that, not really. But as a finale, that's one thing about doing. But saying that, there is a reason why I think I might be able to get away with it. Is I did stream the Battle of Jutland itself with all the ships and everything running. How many ships there are, I don't know, it's more than 100. Remains to be seen Ultimate Admiral can match that. I don't think it will do, but I'd like to think it could. Yeah, I think that'd be... well, it's going to be a great game when it comes out. If it ever comes out. I know you can play the dockyard type thing, I forget what it is. Custom games thing. I just don't see the point in it, quite honest. Well, you can do that in this game, and you've got far more ships to actually use. Yeah, okay. It's World War I, and you can have some really big ships in Ultimate Admiral. Eventually we had to have everything in Ultimate Admiral, and it remains to be seen how many ships you can actually have in each battle. That's what I'm interested to see. Now, what was I talking about? What started going on about that? Oh, this is another encounter. This is, by the way, this is another encounter. So, yeah. She's going quite slow. Well, Königsberg is down 1 knot. She must be going maximum. Yeah, she is. Oh yeah, Battle of Jutland. Yeah, because like I said, I streamed the Battle of Jutland, and with all the ships and everything else, we was the Germans, and we actually got a victory. I'm not going to say we beat the British. We didn't really actually beat the Royal Navy. What it was, we sunk a lot of a few of their ships and damaged a few of their ships, and unrealistically they lost heart and decided to quit the battle. The videos are up. I think there's only 2 videos. The second one is actually very short because it happened so quick. Yeah. So that was fun anyway. This, like I said, these encounters, they do get monotonous. I could have about 10 encounters. And it's not just going towards the target, you get the encounters going away from them as well. And like I said, a note on the submarines in the campaign. Although you don't actually command any of the submarines, well, you can send them out and do various stuff, but you don't actually command them on the tactical level. It's really campaign level only, but they do affect tactical game, because a few times I've had a couple of ships torpedoed, 1 destroyer sunk. These are all encounters of submarines. When the battle first starts, the tactical battle that is, when the tactical battle first starts, if you pause the game quickly, then look around, you can get, if you're lucky, get a glimpse of the yours, because your submarines are actually, could be in the tactical area too, and all the British submarines. Excuse me. Now, a lot of people, I don't know why it is, a lot of people seem to think the Germans had a monopoly in submarines in World War One. They actually started off with far less submarines than the British. The British had loads. I think they had at least 60 at the start of the war, and they built shitloads during the war. Not only that, you combine that with the French and the rest of the Entente, the Allies, or the Entente, had far more submarines than what the Germans did. It's just that the Germans were able to use their submarines in a different way. The British and the Entente weren't really going out to sink merchant ship. They was really used for, well, sink warships and keep an eye on various stuff, and plant mines and minefields and etc. Stuff like that. They was quite active actually in the Baltic Sea. There's quite a few good books about that too, well worth reading. And was also active obviously in the Mediterranean, but there wasn't that much there to worry about unless the Austro-Hungarians got out. I think some of the Austro-Hungarian submarines prowled around the Mediterranean. Can't remember now, it's a long time since I read anything about the Austro-Hungarians. Of course I was in the Adriatic, but it's mainly against the Italians. Saying that, there was French, there was British, and Japanese too. The Japanese sent a squadron of destroyers to the Mediterranean. Submarines do matter, even in this game. That's why you should keep your destroyer flotillas close to your battle line, especially when you're cruising. But that's sorted out on the editor itself, the ship editor, or fleet editor should I say is more like it. And each fleet has its own editor. You can move ships around and position them in various different ways. You can actually do it on the fly as well, not in the tactical level, but on the campaign level you can. And this one's being a pig, isn't it? wonder where me, yeah, I recorded this ages ago, quite honest. It's not, I think we're actually in November in the real campaign. I think we've moved a month on. I've actually done a few other encounters too. Yeah, I'm just putting the commentary on. I've had it laying, this video laying around on my hard drive for a good month now, so I thought it was about time I did some commentary. Put it up. Oh, there. She's sunk now. Or she's sinking, should I say. I remember how close we are to the Humber River. Must be getting fairly close. I did cut out some of the encounters. I think this was the 4th or 5th one. There was quite a lot going towards the Humber River, that's for sure. More than normal. Of course, all the time the tactical game is playing out, so is the strategic battle. All the ships everywhere else, if you got them out there moving it towards their destinations. And if the British have sent out big ships, they're on their way now. There's scrap iron flying from the air. Yeah, she's down to 3 knots now. See, our fleet is up to 23 knots. So the efficiency level has risen slightly. That could be the maximum of 110. Alright. Well, that's the heavy one. It's 9:40 now, no wonder the sea is looking like it is. Raining as usual. It is the English Channel. Or the lower North Sea, should I say. I know, actually, we're actually in the English Channel just, I think. This part of the North Sea is known as the English Channel. Wow. It's got a few holes in there. It's actually quite a modern destroyer as well. Looking at her, she's got 4 funnels. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of splashes. I mean, they do take damage even with near misses. The near misses just gives them slight damage. You can see the bigger, like 11-inch and higher, like with a big splash. Oof, that's a magazine down there. She's gone. And maybe she'll be sinking very soon. The system though. Yeah, the it's going. No. I mean, it looks to me. It looks like Coney's boat's too close. I mean, surprised that shells ain't going over the top and hitting somewhere there or splashing around there. I hate to have one of those things straddle my ship. Wow. Bondo 10 is leading the line. That's because I changed course. Something like the battle turned and the shear did. At Battle of Jutland, that's what I think I did to get out this ship, take her out and get rid of her. This encounter, was the worst encounter out of the whole lot, I think. I say the worst, the longest. There she goes. Down to her watery grave. Slowly disappearing. Well, that goes towards our victory conditions. It also helps us. Yeah, another encounter. I thought the other destroyer was a more modern one. I think it was more modern than this ship. HMS Wolf. Yeah, she's sinking already. Dawson's coming in. The kill. You don't actually see the ships bombard the town, by the way. So if you think you're going to see that, you know it's not going to happen. You don't see any of that. That only happens on the strategic level. Dawson's coming in very fast. I hope she knows what her captain knows what she's doing. Or what he's doing, rather. What's he, a ram in speed? I don't believe this. I don't remember this. This looks dodgy. This looks dodgy. Well, could pass the stern of it. I don't know, it looks like she just changed course slightly. I don't believe it, she's trying to ram her. Yeah, she's turned to starboard. No, don't ram her. Oh, it's a bit late now, isn't it? You're never going to get a stern of her. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, you don't see it. In reality, the stern of that destroyer would have been cut off completely and our bows would have been smashed. Yeah, our ship's down to 10 knots. I'm surprised you come in like that, especially as those destroyers are right there. Unless she was coming in to protect the destroyers. Oh, she's got light damage. Yeah, you can't go that way. Oh, you can now, yes. Sorry. Wow, that was mad. That's going to be difficult for you to get. Yeah, that destroyer is firing at our ship. We've got ships coming in from all directions. Destroyer's actually damaged. V76 damaged. Well, the Shawson's definitely damaged. I know it says light on there, but wow. I think we just hit one of our ships. Sorry. Can't quite see from this far away. Oh no, we didn't. Where did that other ship go? Oh, there she is, there. He took avoiding action. Well, the wolf's gone anyway. I didn't even notice she'd gone. Wow. She's gone. Yeah. Look at the state of those funnels. I think we should get a new captain. That was a silly manoeuvre. I think the AI was trying to take a void in action and it couldn't make up its mind which way it wanted to go. Yeah, ship's out of control, by the way. It does look that way anyway. Looks like she's going around in a circle. Oh, we're near the estuary for Humber River, sorry. The Humber River estuary. The firing you can hear in the background is the battle cruisers themselves. Now they are firing at the gun emplacements that are guarding the Humber estuary. Yeah, there they are. So let's have a look. So it's firing. Yeah, there they are in the distance there. I think there's two by the looks of it. 9.2-inch guns. Yeah. One stay on the target. Yeah, there's two turrets. Oh, there's more. There's more further on. Normally what happens is trying to get away actually. What happens, they will damage us a lot. If we do it off map on the strategic level, you don't get fired at. You can get away with this. Jutland can now be manoeuvred. Good. Thinking that may be the wrong direction for us. Just I don't want to hit Jutland. Get the destroyers away. Don't want them damaged. Destroyers I'm more worried about actually. We lost so many light ships in the campaign. Need to preserve as many as possible. Yeah, so Ivrin, that's trouble. Could not make up my mind. Yeah, I remember. One of the things I should have done, I think, is maybe break off the destroyers following the capital ships. There's a hole, it's showing up there. That's how far we have to go, but you don't actually go up there. What happened is we'll pull away from the turrets. The land turrets, and what we're doing here, slowly pulling away from the gun emplacements and turrets. And what about you revert back to the strategic campaign level, and then what are the battlecruiser fleet will actually bombard Hull, providing there's no more ship encounters. They'll probably destroy the gun emplacements first, do their bombardment, and then go away back towards home, and then we'll have another load of encounters on the way out, all fresh ones. Yippee! And this is what it's like playing the game. There's always something happening. Always something happening. When I play the British, I do the same for the British. I'm forever going to the German ports. You have to be careful because you can get cut off. I had that happen a few times. Especially near the start of the campaign. Mind, you've got room 40 going, you're okay, because you can have room 40. And it gives you some idea what the Germans are up to. But the first time I didn't have room 40 running on one of the British campaigns, I think the second campaign I ever played, I didn't have room 40 playing, running. And the Germans are right outside Rosyth, baiting the trap from our bloody battle cruisers. Yes, they destroyed them. Yes, they destroyed the bloody lot of them. Cheeky buggers. All I'd left was those that was with the Grand Fleet. I broke them off and put them down in Rosyth, and I was a lot more careful after that. Yeah, we did get a victory in the end. So we're actually on our way. It looks like we're on our way home. We are sort of, but once we get on the campaign map, the campaign orders revert back to what I told it to do in the first place, which was bombard Hull. So they turn around automatically and head towards Hull. And hopefully there's nothing there. Take out the turrets, bombard Hull, and then skedaddle. Get back to our home base. Got a few ships damaged now. All our lookout ships are damaged. No, they ain't. I just said there's a couple over there. B-75 is okay, and so is S-58. They're only both over there because I manoeuvred them at the tactical level. When it gets back to the strategic level, they'll be back in there with us. They're set to start off with. On the fleet map editor. Or whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what they actually call it in the manual. I don't think I read the manual for about 3 years now. So we're back on the campaign map. Yeah. We just seized a cargo ship. There we are, right. We'll bombard them now. And that's it. I think we might get an encounter on the way out. Don't seem to be anything up there. We've got submarines up there and Zeppelins running around as well. A few Zeppelins running around. Just keeping an eye on. Oh, we've got no submarines, just Zeppelins. Maybe I'll clear them out. Oh, here we go. Now, if I only remembered, I would have paused the action see if there's any submarines. There's none here actually. British got a destroyer. So what I'm simply going to do, I don't want to encounter the destroyer, so I have told them everybody to open fire. British should turn around. Yeah, she's turning around. And we'll just get out of here quickly. The only reason I told them they're open fire is just to keep her away from us, otherwise she'll try and sneak up us and torpedo us. All the time we're firing at her, she'll just skedaddle and run off, which is what she should be doing. Excellent. And of course we got to slowly manoeuvre away from each other before we revert back to the campaign map. None of this I don't normally show any of this. And this happens all the time. I spend most of my time just sitting watching and nothing happening. Mind you, if you're the British, you've got a lot more ships to play with, and there's a lot more places to patrol as well. That can be quite bedlam at times. Can't actually, well, you can sort of set up patrols, but they don't go around in squadrons. They go around individually. I'm surprised it wasn't thought about, but of course this was a long time ago this game was made. I don't know if Norm Kroger is still alive. He's the main programmer, designer and everything. He's the one that done Operational Art of War. Up to number 3. Matrix made a mess of number 4. Nothing to do with Norm. Yeah, there we are, slowly moving away. Heading towards the horizon. Heading towards home. Just have some beef burgers. Just a shame this game cannot be modded. Well, someone might have come along and, well, probably even me actually, tried to make the ships look a bit better. Because it's a start in the shite age, this game. But the ships still look gorgeous. Even though they are, the graphics are dated. All the radio antenna wires everywhere. The wires holding the rigging up, not rigging or whatever they are. I'm not sure, but that may be the end of it actually, or very close to the end of it. Yeah. Maybe we're not going to have another encounter. Once we get a certain distance away, the game will automatically come to an end. We could actually do a fast forward, but what happens if we're faster than what the enemy is, even though we're trying to get away from them, all our ships to turn around and start going towards the enemy, whether you want to or not. Is a problem I had in this campaign, and I lost a lot of light destroyers and light cruisers because of that, so I don't do that anymore. I let the thing play out itself. There you go, the end of it. That, I guess, will be the end of our video for this time. Sooner or later we will be coming up against the Grand Fleet, or at least trying to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye for now.